guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I am going to be using Cocoa Vanilla's Wild at Heart collection. Right here I'm showing you the papers that I think I'm going to use, and you saw I freeze framed on the vellum. The vellum is a very big part of this layout. These other papers I don't so much end up using until we get to that cut apart sheet. You can see those flowers in the bottom right of this paper right here on the opposite side of that. I fussy cut out all those teeny tiny flowers, but I will show you that here in a while. I am using a basil textured cardstock as my background. Now I kind of want to start out by saying that very sorry, this video is about 5 minutes longer than what I'm comfortable with or than what I usually do, but apparently this layout took me a long time, and I did cut out a bunch of footage. I guess when I put it on here it was like 2 hours, and that's just what I recorded. That was insane and crazy. I'm like, what? I don't even know what I was doing the whole time. Alright, so I am going to put these two photos on this piece of vellum right here. There is one vertical and one horizontal. These are, one of them is a photo of Kayla and a horse, and the other one's just the horse. She had sent me these photos back in May, I believe, so I am just scrapbooking these for her. Over on the left hand side of my screen, you can kind of see where I have this baggie, and I just have a bunch of ephemera or scraps of paper, that cut apart piece right there, the flare, the chipboard, the wood veneer, everything I just stuck in this little baggie. So that's what I'm going through at this moment, trying to figure out what I might want to use. I did not pick out anything in advance, which, you know, looking back, perhaps maybe I should have done that before I started this. So I am going through all of this, trying to see. I really was intent on using a frame, so I will pull out several different frames and put them over Kayla's face. It looks horrible, but I was really married to the idea of having a frame. I do work one in, but I don't work it in that way. So here I am still just going through all of the pieces. This collection, now, I think I might have gotten this at Paper Issues. It is so hard to get the Cocoa Vanilla stuff, and it is so sad because I love it so much. I've only had 2 collections, and actually the first collection I had, I didn't really have a collection. I had a taste of it that came in a, I don't know, some kind of a kit club kit. I don't remember which kit club. And then this collection I purchased at Paper Issues, which I think I just said, but there was another one that came out I really wanted, and by the time I got to it, it was gone, and you can't get them. It is so hard to find. I just love the Cocoa Vanilla. I think they might be my favorite company. I'm not sure. There's so many to choose from, right? Okay, so I am going to trim down this vellum. I leave about a little less than 1/2 inch on all sides of the photo. Right here, this vellum is really pretty. It has these navy blue flowers on it, but it's hard to tell which is the right side and which is not the right, which is the right side and which is the reverse side, because it just, like, I don't know, it's just muted on both sides. The navy doesn't really pop on either side of the vellum. Here I am going to try and get it straight-ish. So when I laid that down, I did not press down on the photos where the adhesive was, just in case. I think I might have cut it a little bit crooked, because you can see down there the ruler was not completely straight at the bottom. I'm letting that go. Here I'm trying to find a piece of paper or something to fill in this other spot. I thought maybe I'd have like a grid, you know, with 3 pieces, the 2 photos and then a piece of paper, and I am going to work with this idea for a little bit and see how it goes. I try like every piece of paper that I have left from this collection in that spot. I did play around with using that pink heart, and I don't. This is so lovely. It's really cute, and I do end up putting it there, but it's gonna make its way around the page quite a bit. I think this might be what took me so long, is that I just really moved stuff around a lot. This right here is a sticker. I don't end up using it, but what I had done is I had all the stickers left, but I wanted to combine them all together, so I just cut them out of the sticker piece and put them all in that baggie. This is another sticker with that butterfly on it. It says, "Be your own kind of beautiful." And there's a a flare that says, "Dream big." Here I'm trying to make these butterflies work. I'm really into the butterflies, and I know just a few videos ago, maybe even only 2 videos ago, I had one up with my dog on it, and I used butterflies. I love butterflies. I'm sure I'll get sick of them here shortly, hopefully. You can see down there at the bottom I pulled out that chipboard words that said "love you." That is going to serve as my title. I'm cutting down this paper to kind of try and make it fit there like a grid, but it's a little bit much. Here's where I got that piece of vellum that I had trimmed off the bottom of that photo mat, and I am going to place it right up there at the top. I'm trying to decide where I want my photo or my title to go, and it will move around. And here I am back with that frame, or a frame, because I really wanted to use a frame. I am going to tuck some butterflies in it and around it and see if I can make it work. What I just put up at the top is it's a light blue chipboard heart. It's very pretty. I love that. I wish I had like 50 of those. And I'm trying to find something to tuck underneath it. I do eventually find something. This right here is a tab, and it's not going to go there. It is very cute, but it just didn't work in that spot. I really wanted to put something with more pink on it up there because there was nothing pink. That's why I had originally had out that pink heart, thinking maybe I might want to tie in some more pink because there's nothing up there. But I do end up finding that label, and it has that flower pattern around it, and that is where I'm going to stamp my date. I was sitting here editing these videos, and I had went in the other room, and I was like, I'm gonna have to save this, it's gotta be like midnight, right? And so I went out into the living room, looked at the clock. It is 8:30. I thought 8:30 p.m. I thought it was like midnight already. Oh my word. The longest day in the history of all days. I should embrace that though, because sometimes time just goes by way too fast. Alright, so I am still trying to find something to go in that bottom spot. Now, I did not really leave journaling, or I did not really use a journaling card per se on this layout. This is a layout that is going to be sent to Kayla, and if she wants to do journaling, which she probably will, there are a couple spaces on here that I think that journaling would look nice in. So you can see how this is really fighting me. I just cannot get this to come together, and sometimes that just happens. But if you just, well, I don't know about you, if I just keep going and going and going, either I will make it work or I will trash it. This is how I end up doing it. I end up giving up on that whole, there needs to be a third rectangle so it could be a grid idea, and I'm just going to put the title right there on top of the vellum. There's not really any paper on this layout. There's the vellum, and then like I said, I fussy cut some flowers so they end up being more like embellishments, not really patterned paper. Here I'm still playing with these butterflies. I do really want to make a butterfly work, but those ones I don't. The sticker that was out before that had said "Be your own kind of beautiful," that has a butterfly on it, and that does end up going on the page. I will bring it back out here in just a minute. Right here is a little scrap of that vellum. I thought I'd try and use it somewhere, and it's just not long enough. It would have been kind of neat to have maybe a thinner strip of the vellum down at the bottom, but I don't have any left. Maybe I could have cut that into 2 pieces and covered up the joining part with something, but I didn't. Here I'm trying to get some more pink up there at the top with that sticker, and it didn't work. I am going to keep that chipboard heart up there. You know how a couple weeks before I had went on vacation, I was telling you guys I was going to do Whole 30. Well, I finally did start it, and I am on day 12. And just this evening, I started feeling like myself. The first 12 days were just like the worst ever. They were just the worst ever days. I just felt like poo for 12 days. I'm hoping when I wake up in the morning, I will feel like I do now, which is pretty good. All right, I am trying to put some other pieces down here at the bottom, and I don't know why, because this square is the one I'm going to keep. It has the butterfly on it. What I did, it was a butterfly sticker. I just trimmed it down a little bit and stuck it on a small blue frame. Here are all the flowers I fussy cut out. Apparently I slowed this down because I'm like, look how tiny these are that I cut out. Isn't that fabulous? I was apparently very proud of my little small fussy cut flowers. All right, I am pulling out my sewing machine. I am going to stitch around the vellum. Both pieces of the vellum I will stitch around. This is what it looks like. It doesn't really, it's just a subtle detail. It's not in your face or anything like that. It's very, very subtle. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put the title down right there, and that chipboard frame with the butterfly on it is going to sit at the left hand corner of that vertical photo. That transition right there was just, I had cut out me gluing down the love you. So I'm going to go ahead and build my clusters back up. Here I'm still trying to mess with these butterflies, and they are going to not be there. It's going away. But first, let me try a chipboard one, right? This flare button is the one that ends up going there. It says Dream Big on it. I'm going to twirl up some thread. There is going to be a bundle under that butterfly. There is going to be a bundle under So Lovely. And then there is going to be a bundle under that blue chipboard heart. Now, I do cut out a lot of the adhering down. Here I'm tucking under some of those flowers underneath the right hand side of that frame. I am going to scatter around the little teeny tiny flowers that I cut. I'm going to scatter those around a little bit like you might do with enamel dots. After I get these glued down or adhered down, I'm going to go up to that left hand cluster and glue that down. And like I said, I do tuck some thread under there and also put some little flower clusters around that So Lovely. So right here I cut out me gluing them down, but I am sticking underneath those flowers. Then I'm going to go up to the top right cluster and put some thread under the heart. I do the same thing with the flowers. I am going to stamp my date with this stamp right here. It is by One Canoe 2 with this Kelly Perky ink. I stamp it on that label. That One Canoe 2 is the one that was a date stamp, and it had that floral box around it, and I just took off that floral box because I didn't have a current date stamp, so I was like, score. I was happy when I got that. That had came in a kit. I think it came in the Noel Mignon kit. Here I'm showing you some glossy accents, and I am going to put those on top of the teeny tiny flowers that I scattered around like you would enamel dots. I'm just going to coat those with a little bit of glossy accent. And this is what it looks like. I am completely done. So guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.